being just around that dragon all day. Do you like the demonstration?
Could you do it one more time, please?
Yeah, I did. For the camera, can we do a close-up? Losing it.
How to Train Your Dragon is now home. You can watch it on digital, either buy or rent. If you buy, there are really amazing featurettes and seeing behind the scenes.
I think when we were considering how we were going to do test flight, which was Hiccup and Toothless taking to the skies, untethered for the first time, that was going to be tricky because we wanted Hiccup to feel like he was a jockey on a horse, moving with the creature, and so that required a lot of thinking about how technically we were going to get that part of Mason Thames so that we could marry it with a digital dragon. And it took building like a 10-foot gimbal and a robotic dragon that could rise and dip and roll with the saddle on it. So you really got all of that physics affecting Mason's own balance. And it ultimately made for a very convincing version of test flight.
What we did beforehand is we did like this test thing where I was on the dragon and I'm strapped in with these wire things. And it was very uncomfortable, in the beginning of it, because we had a PT on set who kind of stretched me out because, my being just around that dragon all day. Do you like the demonstration?
Could you do it one more time, please?
Yeah, I did. For the camera, can we do a close-up? Losing it. But it was a lot going into it, and especially with Hiccup learning how to ride Toothless and, filming a movie, everything's out of order. But for those scenes, it was relatively in order. So me learning how to ride the gimbal was Hiccup learning how to ride Toothless, so it kind of flowed very, very naturally.
It was very important to us that Mason not feel that he was acting against something inanimate. So, the standard tennis ball on a stick was not going to work just for an eye line. He needed a scene partner. We used our digital specs for Toothless the Dragon and then created them in foam, articulated head and body and tail that were puppeteered, in this case by Tom Wilton, who was our head puppeteer, so that he could provide every nuance of the dragon live and on set, and Mason had something to act with. It was an amazing thing because not only were you given something to frame for, but it felt like the dragon was there.
There was a lot of training. I think going into it, I didn't quite realize how physically demanding it would be to kind of be doing stunty stuff all day long. It really does,
Absolutely
I only did one.
No, you didn't. You did two. Leave it out.
Does he crack his fingers on set too?
It's not the fingers, it's the neck. It genuinely sounds like he's dying half
I don't think
the
I have
time.
any right now.
Oh, I hate it. Stop
no
it.
more.
Anyway, back to me. I think doing the stunts was very physically demanding and it did require a lot of training, but ultimately it was like, in the moment I was like, oh my god, I cannot keep doing this stuff, I'm exhausted.
She was killing it. Those cartwheels, all real.
Watching that stuff back and seeing the end result makes me feel incredibly proud and it is very rewarding.
Should be.
We flew helicopters around Iceland and parts of Scotland, Isle of Skye, but we also went to the Faroe Islands, which are actually between Iceland and Scotland. And it's a land of the most incredible landscapes you've ever seen. It's like 30-some islands, and they are just jaw-dropping, and it feels like Berk. It almost feels too extreme to be real. But amongst those islands, we found an island called Tindholmer, and that is the basis of Berk. We shot it, we scanned it, we got all sorts of reference for things we wanted to add to it. And with the magic of visual effects and some very talented folks, we were able to create what feels like a real place that you could visit today. I think we built as much as we could because it just puts you in that world, and we could. We actually made the movie where they made Game of Thrones, so we had access to all those builders and carpenters and craftspeople and artisans. They brought all of that talent to our world, to the world of Berk. It meant that we could really immerse the cast, in their costumes, in these like Viking halls and a Viking village and a training arena, and have it be real and have the lighting and everything about it feel real as well.
It started off, honestly, that is kind of true because it started off with like movies. Like me and Mason would just sit and watch like literally like back to back movies, and we would just sit in my
Step
apartment.
Brothers was like the first one, I feel like.
Step Brothers, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
That was clearly a theme.
Role models.
Oh yeah. Anchorman.
Yeah.
What was
I
one?
forgot about Anchorman. Watch them.
He's all that.
We did not, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did. Okay,
All
well, she's
through
on
How to
that.
Train Your Dragons. Like, we really did do a full scope.
Yeah.
And then
but
I
we
think,
watched How to Train Your Dragon backwards. Started the third, second, first.
Yeah.